Hello, this is Kaan from Turkey. I hope everything's and everybody is okay. I hope you are safe in where you live in. Today, I want to talk something about seaweed, importance of the seaweed, and how the seaweed technologies or seaweed aquaculture can change the aquaculture professional's career path. At the beginning, we should talk what's the seaweed. Like the land-based plants, seaweeds are living under the water. There are many types of the seaweed. Some of them has big leaves, some of them small leaves. Also, one single cell can describe seaweed because of they carry chlorophyll and doing photosynthesis. Just imagine the world now. Imagine a picture of world that taken from space. You will see a big blue marble. Many different documentaries can describe the Earth, big blue planet. Also, many people think oxygen in the air that came from the green-based plants. But when you look to Earth's place that taken from space, you will see a big blue planet. I told it before. I will give a interesting information to you. 50 or 80% of the oxygen comes from the ocean. And how the air goes to ocean? Seaweed synthesizes oxygen from the carbon dioxide in the water. Why the seaweed is important? Another important question is this subject. The seaweeds oxygenate the water because they eat carbon dioxide on the water and gives oxygen to the water. One of them is this. Not directly, indirectly, seaweed oxygenate the air. Why and how? How the seaweed oxygenate the air? Water and air always interact with each other. When the oxygen that created from seaweed never settle under the water in its lifetime. I told it before, water and air always interact with it. Oxygen in the water goes to air different types. For example, the waves crash the shore, and in that area oxygen goes to air directly. It's one of the important example about it. Seaweed also stays in a top place in the food chain because of some of the species are fed by the seaweed directly. In this moment, I'm not saying the big leaf seaweed only. I told it before, some of the single cell can describe the seaweed. Basically, a lot of species, fish, shrimp, octopus, or another something in the water, eat this one directly, and it's the first feed. Also, if we talk the big leaf side, the big leafed seaweeds give some hiding space to other species like small fish, small crustacea, small octopus, or we can say small mollusk, maybe mussel, oyster. Now I'm turning to edible seaweed side because in aquaculture this side is important than the other ways. I'm not saying the other side of this subject is not important. Of course they are so important, but in this video we are looking for the aquaculture side of the seaweed. Finally, if we talk to where the seaweed aquaculture is important or doing mostly, We can list the countries China, Philippines, Indonesia, South Korea, Japan. They are so important, and they are looking for how they get benefit from the seaweed. Also, some countries that's placed in Atlantic Ocean doing and working seaweed. One of them is Scotland, because of Scotland has the first rules how to grow up or how to do aquaculture with the seaweed. They are very interested in this subject, and if we look for the seaweed's ingredients, they are very interested with the seaweed, because of the seaweed's nutritional content is important, and Scotland want to have a say in seaweed. If we look for where the seaweed is used for now, there are many using areas. Since now we use the seaweed many sectors in, like human supplements. There are many things of the supplements using in human nutrition, like spirulina, chlorella, or many things or many plays in the human food, like ice cream or something else. Also, cosmetics and the medicine sector is using the seaweed so much. Also, it's the new using area, biofuel. Some of the companies wants to use the algae in their plane like this. Why the seaweed is important to human nutrition? Because one of them is a trustable source for the human nutrition. Also, it has a high protein rate, and the people day by day needs this more protein for now, and aquaculture is the one important sector that will supply protein to the humans all around the world. Also, one important thing is seaweed's all vegan. Many people want to feed themselves with only plant-based source, and seaweed that came from the water and completely it's plant-based. Seaweed also sustainability feed source, because of you can grow up the seaweed very large scale in the ocean, and you can do that sustainable size. Also, one of the important things that I don't want to forget it, seaweed has many omega-3 and omega-6 fat oil source. When I finish the video, just I want to talk some seaweed species. When you eat the sushi, always we know and we like to eat sushi most of the, you will see a green, maybe greenish, blackish, thin leaf. It's nori. We use the nori to cover our sushi. Kombu, we know. Seaweed type is wakame, hijiki, kantan. You can see that many difference of the seaweeds, but basically we can say that. When finishing this video, just I want talk something about why it's important to aquaculture professionals and seaweed cultivation, how change the aquaculture professionals career path. Aquaculture is the most important growing up sectors, and it will feed the people that live all around the world. And important, seaweed sector has $13 billion marketplace size, and it makes the more important in the aquaculture sector. Aquaculture is not growing up only fish, shrimp, octopus maybe, or something else. Seaweed is important topic in aquaculture, do not forget it. Also, there is something that you have to know. Seaweed or algae not only green ones. There are many types of the algae, brown algae and red algae, two of the different algae type. When you think the seaweed, you don't have to think big leaf plants like how can I say, when you go out somewhere in the meadow or city, there are many different plant size in the seaweed types. I told it at the beginning of the video. Many big types of the seaweeds you can see, like kelp. Also you can see the one single cell like spirulina, like chlorella. Okay, when you grow up the seaweed, you don't have to give extra feed to your seaweed, because of they are directly eats the carbon dioxide from the water and change the oxygen. We can call it photosynthesis with chlorophyll. And the security of the seaweed cultivation stays are easier than when you working with seaweed. You don't have to think it like only human eating. It's not only to doing to human with, like there are many using areas of the seaweed cultivation. Thank you for listening for now. I hope we will see the next video with you too. Have a nice day, have a nice night.